Hello, internet. We're back. We were only gone for a few moments, but there's a new face and a new background and new everything. How's it going, Will?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's a full day of streaming for me today, which I'm kind of all about. Like 6 hours of streaming today. I was not expecting that this would be my day, but
yeah, that's a lot of hours. I've done more than my fair share of 4, 5, 6 hour streams.
See, I never do 6 hour streams. I only like I think the longest streaming day that I've ever done is maybe 3 hours. So this will be my longest day of streaming, professionally, anyways. Oh, and I say that, and yet I'm like with my background not set up. Chat, if you're watching.
Oh, it's blurred out for me. I'm looking at you on Zoom.
Oh, let's bring that down. There we go. We can solve all of the problems with a little bit of camera magic. There we go. You saw nothing, chat. You saw nothing.
Do you notice my background? I've changed
your background.
I put the OneSignal squirrel back there.
Hold on.
There, yeah, that's a squirrel.
Is that the mascot for OneSignal? Is a squirrel?
I'm gonna assume so. we have this running, like, this game or running joke called Flying Squirrel. So, and we always have squirrels in, well, not always, but sometimes we'll have squirrels in some of our not keynotes. What do you call those? Presentations. I think that's what normally people call them. For internal staff, right? So it's a thing.
Now, does OneSignal have like a big developer conference that y'all host, or no?
No, we don't. But our history is much like your history. We started off as a game studio, so I think that's like one of the characters of one of the games from back in the day. I think so.
That's fantastic. I love that, like, so many really interesting like tools that are out there, or companies all like pivoted from games at some point. They were like, we're going to build a game company. And then they were like, this is really hard. We're going to build SaaS software for business. That'll be better.
That's hard too.
It is.
It's all hard.
Yeah. It's just like which hard you're choosing today.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, speaking of tools, I'm probably going to make a video about this, but I just learned today that iTunes or music, whatever it's called, Apple Music, I don't think iTunes exists anymore. It's deleting files out of my library. So what? I'll add it to music, and then I'll try to play it. It'll play initially, and then if I go to the next song and try to go back to that same song, it'll say can't locate original file. And I'm just like, interesting. So I have a suspicion that it's because they are trying to control what content that I can listen to on my computer. So I found a new tool. I am now using a TUI, like a text user interface.
Oh yeah.
It's a program called CMUS.
CMUS. I'm gonna pull this up.
Or is it maybe CUMS? I don't know. It's something like that. It's basically a command line interface for playing your music and creating libraries. And I also looked for a MP3 player. I'm looking for. I want out. I don't like.
You're out of the Apple. It's parts of the Apple ecosystem, not the whole thing. But
well, I'm breaking up a bunch of things now. I'm getting out of a lot of ecosystems.
I want to know more about that, but I want to say hello, Slurpee. Welcome back. So Slurpee was here for the last stream. I think they were hanging around for like 3 hours with us, and they are asking, is cheese seasonal? What a question. And I love it. I have no idea if cheese is seasonal. I have a feeling the answer is no, but I don't know. What a random question. I love it. Where did that come from, Slurpee? I'll put it up on the screen. This was is some cheese better during specific times or seasons?
I don't know. That's all up to, that's up to all of the cheese eaters. I don't eat cheese. So I don't know.
Okay, so what are you saying, CMUS?
Yeah, I think it's CUMS. Yeah, that thing.
Oh my God.
It's built on top of Ncurses.
That's kind of the most developer like music player that I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
Oh,
see, but it
God.
also plays my music. That's the key part right there. It plays my music. Apple Music refuses to play my music.
It looks like Vim.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It has like it works the same way. It because in curses, you do the you have like your slash and that'll get you regular expression search. You can do that. It's got commands. You do colon for commands. And it's also got keybinds, and you can remap or map your keybinds to whatever you want. It has this concept of context per window, so certain keybinds will work on certain windows. It's pretty cool. And it's fast. It is fast. That's another thing. It opens instantly and it quits instantly. And if I play a song, it plays it instantly. There's no waiting. I hate waiting.
But I think we all like Apple stuff, Slurpee. But I'm also with you, Will. I've never gotten into the Apple Music ecosystem. I hated iTunes. I thought it was the dumbest thing in the world. I loved because I was a Windows user when I was growing up. Windows Media Player was fantastic. It just worked. And actually, like the pre-Windows Media Player, like old school media players, Windows.
I thought it was Winamp. Wasn't that a thing?
Yeah, so there was like Winamp, and then there was this one.
Oh yeah, back in the day with skins. Yeah.
Yeah, like you could skit, but it was just like it was super simple. It just like worked. Right.
To be fair, iTunes iTunes shifted. When iTunes first came out, it was basically it was probably the best, in my opinion, music player. But that's when it first came out. Slowly but surely, especially after they introduced Apple Music. Not the application, but the service Apple Music. Things started to shift in iTunes to now it's just dead. I think. Is it dead? I actually don't know.
Yeah, well, they've pulled everything out of iTunes too, because now there's like Apple. Is it Apple Media Manager?
Nah, I think it's just Apple Music and Apple TV.
Yeah.
By the way, there are no more iPods. I went on to Apple last night because I was going to just buy an iPod. And they don't even sell iPods anymore, so
they're gone. Hey.
Yeah, so I'm looking at Sony Walkmans right now.
Hey, there you go. Back in the day.
Like I'm talking about an old one, like a mini disc player, and or maybe I would just use my MPC because I can play music from there.
You know what you got to do? You got to get a Zune.
I have a Zune HD.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I love that. Of course you do.
I can't use it though.
Why not?
Because it's the software is dead and it won't mount as a USB device.
Oh really?
Yeah. The HDs. I don't know about the original Zooms, but back in the I think you needed the Zune software, otherwise it wouldn't mount it as a USB drive.
Wow. Oh, what? Returns from the Dead? When is this from? What? No way.
Wait, there's a new one?
In honor of, we're giving away, never opened. Oh no, they were just giving away.
I was gonna say I would try it at this point if it'll at least play my music. Also I forgot his name, but he says he likes Apple stuff. I think if you knew if you met me, you would understand. I'm probably the most Apple person you'll ever meet. There is no device that's not Apple in this house. And
it's true. You may not be able to see it in the background, but hold on. Let me add my second camera in here. Stop screen. Present. Extra camera. OBS virtual camera. Add to stage. Let me zoom in my, so you can see all of the Apple things over here. All right, let's go. And
oh, you're talking about
even just this
I
setup.
did that for you.
It's true, but I get to test out my camera stuff.
There are no Apple things back there.
No Apple things at all. None. Not a one.
The Apple thing is behind. You can't see it on my camera, but it's like the Mac Studio here. There's a couple laptops, the iPad, a few phones, another iPad back there, HomePods, which I'm going away from the HomePods. I've decided that I don't want any of that Apple intelligence in my house.
Hey now, so what are you gonna move to? Amazon?
I have been contemplating just going without a phone. When I really think about it, I never get phone calls with money offered. So maybe I don't need it,
I mean, I dread phone calls at this point, but yeah, most of the messages that I get, like I'm getting on Slack, I'm getting emails, like text messages. Yeah. But even that is like, what would you do about like text messages and stuff though?
What do I need? I don't know. I guess I grew up without text messaging, so I'm just like, I don't.
Well, so did
I
I,
don't
but
feel
like,
I need it.
but now, do you not have anybody that like you want to make sure that you're in touch with though?
Yeah. No.
Good answer.
My life, it hasn't improved my life. It's like, yeah, I'm in touch with people, but has that meaningfully improved my life? No.
Fair. Yeah.
So it's like, what, now someone can ask about me, but then not show up? It's like, okay. To me, I'd rather you not even ask. That's just my, because back in the day, at least when I was growing up, that's how people interacted, is they showed up to your house.
It's true.
You just, no kind of plan. It's just, one day, they knock in, it's like, oh yeah, and we just hang out.
Or you got a phone call. You got a phone call, right?
Nah, we
like
never got phone calls. It was
really?
just straight up, just like, we at the door, what you doing? I guess I'm hanging out with y'all. I don't know. Yeah, it's very different from how I grew up. Like I've been reflecting a lot lately about how has technology really helped me, like meaningfully,
Aside from work, you mean?
No, just in anything.
That's fair.
Yeah, in anything. In the parts that matter, right? That's the thing that matters in life. Right. I don't know. That's just me.
I feel as though there's a level of awareness that you get though, because you live this, right? Like you've lived and breathed this for your entire professional career. Like, you know how it all works. You know how it works in the business side, from the technical side. Like, if anybody is going to have that opinion, I feel like you have earned the right to have that opinion, because this is a thing that has like occupied your life for a significant amount of time.
I can't disagree, but I have to push back. I think that everyone has the right to an opinion, whether or not they have the lived experience. It's not just folks like us who may have done it for a while. I don't think that makes our opinion any more or less valid.
That's fair. I do think that there's a level of authority maybe that comes along with it though. I mean, you're right. Opinions, 100%. Everybody is able to have their opinion, but there's a level of maybe not even authority. Authority carries the wrong connotation, but certainly like a level of
I'll say this: some opinions may be worth more than others. I'll say that.
Okay.
It's like everyone's entitled to it, but that means that everyone has one, so the value of them are inherently low.
All
but
right.
You can do things to elevate the value of your opinions.
True. Yeah, so I think we're actually in agreement there then. Yes, I would agree. I think anybody can have an opinion about it, but I do think that the fact that somebody who's lived and breathed this for a really long time is sort of saying these things is valid. And I think everybody should definitely consider. I mean, I live in the education world, right? Like in outside of my day job, like I live in this world where this conversation around how much technology is too much technology is happening constantly. Like school districts and boards are outlawing cell phones in schools, and there was this whole move towards one-to-one laptops, and now they're moving away from technology as a whole. So like this is a conversation that's happening in society in like a huge way right now.
Yeah, and there's plenty of data that's backing up the fact that maybe technology hasn't had the utopian effects that was promised. We have people with low attention spans now, lack of critical thinking skills, like a lack of being able to build meaningful relationships with others. That's a big one that I think, or just anti-socialism, is that the word? Maybe not anti-socialism, but antisocial behavior is now on the rise. I can't speak for Canada, but it's definitely happening here.
Yeah, I think it's happening everywhere.
Yeah,
I think it's happening everywhere. I think there's a disconnect that happens there, but at the same time, you know what? I have found, especially, and maybe less so. Maybe there was like this big increase, but I feel like there was this brilliant shift that happened when we suddenly became so much more connected 4 years ago, and the ability to create some more long distance meaningful relationships became much more prevalent for everybody. Like the fact that a lot of these technologies developed to the point where like you can do these kind of collaborations. You can have conversations. Like I know I started having conversations with my family every week, and that's something that's carried on through the pandemic, like a video call. Like we would talk over the phone, but like that video call definitely increased that. And same with like other friends and colleagues. And so there's, but I think everything in moderation, right? I feel like that's the real answer here. And have we swung too far one way of too much technology?
I think we have, because I'm at a point now where I can't even type certain words on my phone without the keyboard trying to correct me.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
I'm just like, that's what is this? Like, whose phone is this? Right? Like, it's too much control. That's the part of it. It's Big Brother. I am the Big Brother. I don't need another. I'm good. You know, I don't need protecting. I don't need safety. I don't need any of that. I just want to be left alone. And I feel like by keeping this, it's inviting control in my life. So that's why I'm like, I'd rather just give it up. Like, what would I really lose? Because remember, I lived abroad for a while where, you know, a lot of people don't have these things and they seem to be just okay.
It's true. Would you go with a dumb phone or no phone at all?
Yeah, dumb phone, like a flip phone.
Yeah.
Something that doesn't run Android or iOS.
Yeah, it's just like simple device that allows you to do the simple things that a phone used to allow you to do.
Well, yeah, what a phone is.
Yeah.
It's changed. Now a phone is everything but a phone.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, how many phone calls do I actually take on my cell phone? Very few.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's, you know, like I'm paying this phone bill every month. What am I getting for my money other than, I think I just have it out of inertia, and I think a lot of people are that way.
I think so.
They're paying
absolutely
$100 a month.
That's a lot. It's a lot when you think about like where that $100 could go, especially now, right? Like we are in a very interesting time in the world where money is not as it was.
Yeah, you can buy maybe 5 items at the grocery store.
Yeah, exactly. I was having this conversation with my wife. Like we cannot enter a grocery store anymore without spending $100. Like you can't walk into any store actually now without spending $100.
Yeah. Recently I did very well. I don't think you follow me on Instagram, but sometimes I post stories when I go shopping. The last time I went to the grocery store, I escaped only having spent $57.
Hey, let's go. What did you buy? Like a single sprig?
No. I bought a few things. I don't remember what I bought. It was a few weeks ago, but it was enough to fill up a bag, like, you know, just a paper bag of stuff.
Just a bag.
But it was mostly fresh items. Like I bought an onion. I know I bought an onion. I'm pretty sure I bought garlic. I'm sure I bought some, like maybe green onion. I don't know. I bought a bunch of things like that.
So I found veg hasn't really gone up insanely. Like I find like the core things that people really need, the good stuff. Like if you go and buy a head of lettuce or a lot of these things, they haven't gone up as insanely as it seems. Maybe they did at one point, but they seem to have.
Fresh fruit has gone up.
Fresh fruit has definitely gone up, but like tubers, yeah, it's true. Actually, we paid like, what do we pay? $9 for like a half pint of organic blueberries.
That's the ridiculous. Same price that I had to pay down here, which is insane. I'm like, I eat these blueberries up in like a few minutes.
I know. I mean, listen, I grew up on the east coast of Canada in like blueberry country. Like you used to like be able to get summer jobs going and picking blueberries. That was like a thing that people did. And like you would make like next to nothing because these things sold for so cheap. And now you're paying like $9 for a little bit of blueberries.
I wonder if the labor price went up with all those machines that are supposedly automating it.
I don't know.
That's what I heard when I was in economics is, you know, when we automate things, the price of things go down. I'm just like, okay, we have a lot of automations here.
So speaking about auto and automations, if you haven't been following our collaboration, our CodeLaboration, Will, in one of the previous episodes, purchased a brilliant new automobile. Did you get the part that you needed to be able to get out on your bike again?
Yeah. So the part is literally a sticker. That's what it was.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. So Apparently the gosh, what was it? The tank pads that I got, they're the ones they stick on. They're not truly stickers, but they stick on adhesively. They're like rubber tank grips for your knees, so you don't fly off the bike. Apparently this manufacturer decided to change the shape of it just slightly so that it's incompatible with the previous year model. So when I got to the dealership to get it installed, they're like, these don't fit. And I was like, okay, well, order the right ones. But they had to buy it and get it shipped from the manufacturer, and they're known for being slow. They like to take extra long lunch breaks, those. So it took a few weeks to get the sticker in. But once I got it in, I got it back. So I've since gotten my bike back. It's been with me for a few weeks now. And I recently did my first break-in service. So it's completely unrestricted on lock now.
Nice.
To a point.
What was it before? Like, how locked down was it before?
Well, you weren't supposed to rev it to over 6,000 RPM. Otherwise, it would turn orange. And I think it had a hard limit at maybe 11 or 12,000. Don't ask how I know that. But yeah, so now I can rev it all the way up to about, I think, 14,500 RPM.
Goodness.
Yeah.
That's a huge increase.
Yeah. It's kind of scary. I'm not even gonna lie. What's that?
I was just gonna say, like, have you ever actually like revved it that high when you've been out on the road? That would be insane.
So there's a video that I just posted called Free at Last or something like that.
All right, we're pulling this up. Chat. So if you don't know, by the way, so I stream here on the DevCycle channel. Will streams on his personal channel, and his YouTube channel has got...
It's renamed. Hey dot I'm_him. So I finally have fixed the issue with YouTube not being able to find my channel. Oh, him, like with an M. By just renaming my channel. And you're searching. So
did I get this right?
Yeah, you did. But you're searching using the that searches video titles, not people. So yeah, just put it at the end. There you go. So now it actually goes to my channel. If you would have did I Am Old Shepherd in the past, it would go to someone else's channel. And it had been happening for over 2 years at this point. I'm sorry, over a year at this point.
Really? So
yeah.
If you went to...
So if you would have did like that, it goes to some other dude.
Weird.
I don't know what was going on, but I couldn't find my own channel. When people were asking, hey, what's your channel? I'm like, it's I Am Will Shepherd. And they're like, they'll do the search and I'll do the search, and I couldn't find it. I'm like, what the hell? So I've changed it. So now this should just work. And it's the one that says, yeah, free at last. Just go somewhere in the middle. You can kind of see some of it. So some of this is probably a little bit higher, maybe like 9-10 grand. Don't worry, I don't go extra fast.
This just strikes fear into my very soul. This right here is like, whoo.
Oh, it's not too bad. It's just chilling. I think I'm going about... I have it in kilometers, by the way, so you will know those speed units.
What do you mean you have it? What speed units? How can I tell?
I don't know. Just go to another section. Maybe you'll be able to see it. Maybe.
No, it's all dark.
Well, that's good. I did that on purpose. But the speed units I'm saying is that I run kilometers per hour in all of my vehicles.
Right. That's interesting. How do you
see a speed, you will know what it is.
Why do you do it in kilometers per hour?
I guess I got used to that when I was driving abroad. Like that's what every other country uses. I was like, oh, okay.
But I guess my question is, like, don't most US cars come in?
Yeah, but it's super easy to change it because nowadays we have digital displays, which I'm not a big fan of, but I like that where it's like I can just change it easily. It took me all of 20 seconds to change it to kilometers and to Celsius for the degree, the temperatures as well.
Well,
I
love
flip
it.
back and forth. Like I know how fast it is in miles per hour, but there you go. Yeah, it's 140. That's not too bad. It seems fast, but I'm in Texas. Our speed limits are a little bit faster.
I was gonna say, what is the speed limit in? Because this is Austin, right?
No, I live in Houston.
Or Houston, sorry. But this is in Houston, right?
Yeah.
So like, what's this? What are most people going on this highway
So,
right now, or interstate, whatever it is?
So the speed limit is 65 or 70, one of those. The speed people go is 85 to 90. And when I mean that, I'm not just saying like,
no, I believe you.
You can pass cops going 85 and they're not going to do anything. They don't care because they're going 90. There was actually a video of me going home on this same trip, and I passed a cop going like 90. I just look at him. I'm like,
So back home in Ontario, and actually where DevCycle is based, so the major highways are like the 400 series highways, and they've always been 100 kilometers an hour is like the speed
really
that you
slow.
can go.
60.
Pretty slow. And nobody went that speed. Nobody in their right mind would go 100 because like you're going to get past, people will honk at you, like it's going to be a whole thing. So most people are doing $1.10, $1.20. But they've now officially increased it. Yeah, exactly. So in chat, so it's basically 120 now. So like Toronto, which is so let me see if I can find like have you been to Toronto actually?
I have not, but I had to comment on goals. So like now I know that it's not just Americans who drive like this, where it's like here's this posted speed limit, so the actual speed is 15 to 20 over that. Because we do that down here too, whereas if the speed limit is 60, you better believe I'm going at least 20 over.
Yeah, 100%. But like Highway 401 is the highway that like there's literal TV shows on how dangerous this highway is, especially around Toronto. And people are just always doing like the wackiest things. Like bros going the wrong way, like probably $1.10, $1.20 on like a major highway in Toronto. Just absolutely crazy.
Wait, and the cops are chasing them.
Yeah, there ended up being a big accident, but yeah, and like yeah, and you're like, this is a wild highway. But there's like TV shows, 401 TV shows, yeah, like Rescue 401, Heavy Rescue 401. Like there's just all of these. I think there's another one that's like, anyways. 401 is already a dangerous highway to be on, like the 400 series, and now they've increased the speed limit. So just absolutely crazy. But yeah, this speed. I don't envy you. I mean, I love it. Looks very fun, but better you than me, sir. Better you than me.
We agree. We agree. Don't worry. I love it. Yeah, I know we got what do you want to get done for our
what are we gonna get done today?
PHP thing.
We'll get our little PHP thing, he says. We're gonna build some stuff today. Chat, if you're here, we've been building an extension over the course of like, I think we've done 5 streams in this series. We're almost there. We have our stuff working. We've scared off Michael, the creator of Leaf PHP. He was like, nope, I'm out. I'm not coming again. Actually, I don't know what's going on. So last conversation that I had with Michael is he was like, I've had an emergency situation, and then I haven't heard anything from him since. So I really hope he's okay. So Michael, if you are out there, please let us know that you're okay. I hope everything's fine. I hope you're safe. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep doing and finishing off our OneSignal Leaf PHP extensions, but I hope you're okay. And if you get a chance and you're interested in coming back on stream, we'd love to have you here. Yeah. So I think you've got the code on your device right now, but let's do a quick catch up on what this stuff is all about for those that are watching. So PHP is a programming language. If you haven't heard of it, it's the most hated programming language in the history of programming languages. Everybody loves to hate PHP, but the people that love PHP love it a lot. And so there's a couple of frameworks that have gotten really popular recently. One of them is called Laravel. And Laravel is sort of a batteries included framework. So I think of it like React if React was any good. No, I didn't say that. Think of it like a framework that actually cares about developers. Like, and they really do. They focused on making it this really robust system that can do anything you could ever want it to do. But it's a lot. And so especially like a couple iterations ago, Leaf PHP was, or sorry, Laravel was like a pretty heavy duty. It's like bringing, I don't know, like bringing a pickup truck where you need like a bicycle. Like it just was too much for a lot of people. But vanilla PHP has a history of being very unsafe to use. Would you say that, Will? Like, I don't think that people really thought of PHP as like a safe language to use for a long time.
I have the opinion that all languages have the same safety for the most part.
Which
like,
is?
Which is effectively, it's up to the developer.
Fair.
But that's just my, like, I'm not saying that they're all, like, there are obviously levels, but for the most part, it's up to the developer to do these things. Some languages do have protection mechanisms for things like preventing segmentation faults, which the operating system will just, do a memory dump and just go to some random place in memory, which could allow remote code execution.
Not ideal.
But I think that the issue with PHP is the interface. Aren't they using like the common gateway interface? Isn't that how PHP sites are typically served? CGI.
Oh yes, they are.
I think that might be the core of it, because I don't think a language is inherently unsafe if you're not connecting it to the internet.
Fair.
Someone who knows more, they should say. Like,
yes, if you're here, if you're in chat, or if you're watching this later, like, let us know. So, and here's the thing: there's a lot of frameworks that have come out that kind of like wanted to take the place of these like lighter PHP frameworks, but they kind of were too light. And so a couple of years back, Michael Darko Duoko, I think is how you pronounce the name, based out of, is he Kenya? Where's Michael based?
Is that
That's the
he's
guy.
Nigeria.
And a team based out of Nigeria developed, yes, there we go.
Or Ghana. It's either Nigeria or Ghana. Oh, yeah, it's
Anyways.
Ghana. I saw it. I'm like, nah, he looks Ghanaian.
So Michael developed a couple of years ago a framework called Leaf PHP, which kind of aimed to be something in the middle between these two, but with a lot of first-party extensions that he didn't call them extensions, he called them modules, I think. And so like if you go to the Leaf PHP GitHub, you can see that like the core of Leaf PHP is actually like pretty small. Like there's stuff. Whoa, that's odd. Okay. Like this is it. Like this is the core of the Leaf framework, which is very light, because all of the real functionality that he's developing or that's being developed in this framework is coming in through these additional modules that are here. So there's an HTTP module, there's a router module, a fetch module, like, and everything's been custom designed to work with this framework. So there's PHP packages you can add to a lot of these things, but they don't necessarily play nicely with the Leaf framework, and you get a lot of helpers and stuff like that. So when we were looking at a project to do, I'm a big PHP fan, albeit maybe not the best PHP programmer, but I'm still a stan. And so I was like, Will, do you want to do this? And he said, Andrew, I've not touched PHP in a long time, but sure, what the hell? And thus we have ended up here. So we've built a module. We actually built 2 modules that we have working with a simple Leaf PHP extension. What do? Absolutely nothing. They talk to the Leaf system. They're not set up as modules yet. We didn't get that far, but we have 2 of them. They do something.
Yeah, one of them communicates with your backend system and pulls the feature flag, and then mine communicates with mine and pulls the apps. That's something.
Listen to Will, not to me.
Those would be features. Those are actually features,
Listen to Will, not to me. They do things. They do things that they are supposed to do. So that's where we are right now. I think that Do you have the most recent changes on your device, or do I have them on mine? That's the real question.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to find out and see, because I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember. Like, what's the name of the project? So I can pull it
Leaf
up.
Extensions, but
Okay.
I feel like this was the old one. Yeah, this was the old one where we had them all in the same place.
Did I ever transfer that repo to you?
Maybe.
All right, give me a second. Let me go. I may have put it in my OneSignal developers.
So I have a DevCycle Leaf extension here that has uncommitted changes, question mark. Looks like it has uncommitted changes. It does have uncommitted changes.
You know what I'm going to here? How about you do this? This is a hack that I do, and maybe you can use it.
All right, let's do it.
Do you have your VODs of your streams?
Oh, I do. Yeah, actually, let's go over and
go
do
to
that.
our last one.
We're gonna go and find out, people, who was the last one programming on our stream. All right, and this.
I actually use this technique. I don't know if it's a technique. Maybe it's a crutch, but I do this so that I know what I'm doing or what I said I'll do. So I can hold myself accountable. And while you're at it, you can also tell me where it is on my on my file system.
What's going on here? Why am I getting prompted to verify it's me? No, we're not doing that. There we go. All right, where are we hiding? Live. No, I'm not verifying that it's me.
I can search for it.
No, it's fine. I'll find it. I just got to put up with it prompting me there. All right, here was our last one. Building Leaf PHP extensions. Okay, I guess I'll go through and just do this.
Yeah, we need to keep you safe. Like, come on.
Yeah, but I do Okta verification. I'll do it in just a second. I just don't want to do it live on stream. There we go. Okay. Let me pull it here. All right. Got it. And let me pull it over here now. So I'll go YouTube / I wonder if I can search by there. There we go. So this is the last one that we thought Michael was going to be there. Who was the one programming? This looks like me. This is definitely me.
That's you.
definitely me. Where did I stop?
That's the repo. That's the repo name. That's what I was wondering. I'm like, I don't even know what the project name is.
Am I in the Leaf extensions? Attempt to add DevCycle. Yeah, which project am I in right now? I'm in Leaf extensions. DevCycle Leaf plugin.
If you do Command-Shift-G, what link, like, what does it open? I want to know like where it is in GitHub so I can go look at it.
Okay. I think it's on DevCycle Labs. Hold on. I don't even know where it is. Where's my GitHub?
In your search, you can, I want to say you can look for contributors. And if you put my name, like, it should pull up a commit in the repo for the thing we're working on.
DevCycle Labs, no. DevCycle use cases. No, this is in my personal.
Okay.
One of them's in my personal, one of them's not. Holy moly, this is wild. This is why you should actually use version control properly. Leaf. And by... Nope.
You're looking at, like, you're only looking at your stuff?
Yeah, so there's Leaf extensions that I forked from you, and then DevCycle Leaf extension. Updated on May 8th, updated on May 22nd. Add boilerplate for OneSignal. Don't use .env.
Oh, wait, that's it. I think that might be it. Go into source. It should only have yours. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is it.
Yep.
So mine must be called OneSignal Leaf plugin. Now I got to figure out where it is.
I think it's in your repo. It must be in your repo.
Wait, what is it called again? Leaf something?
It's called Leaf DevCycle. It should be OneSignal Leaf plugin, I think.
Yeah, I don't see anything in here by that name.
Any luck?
I'm going to GitHub now.
Okay.
Just to see, because no. Leaf. I found it. Yeah,
what was it called?
Mine's called OneSignal Leaf plugin. It's in OneSignal developers.
Oh, okay. There's where it was.
Okay. Sorry about it. I have a lot of repos.
No, I
have
feel you.
a lot of orgs too. It's I think I have more than most people. Okay, all right, I'm back.
All right, we got it.
Yeah, well, who are we going to work on yours or?
No, we can work on yours because we did mine last time.
Okay.
So we can work on yours, and because I also think I have some uncommitted. I have some uncommitted changes as well. I don't know why I have uncommitted changes though. I mean, these aren't super important uncommitted changes.
Well, what are those changes?
It's nothing because I was trying to do. Yeah, it's just trying to do the get DevCycle client that I can use.
That may be why. Like we may not have actually gotten to a point to commit it. That may have
yeah, I feel like that's what it is. So let's let me unshare my screen, and then you can share yours.
Okay. I assume you can see my screen.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Okay. Now we're gonna see if it's actually on my computer. That may be why I couldn't find it, because I'm used to having everything on my machine. Yeah, it's not here. OneSignal Leaf plugin. PHP.
What mojo is that?
It's a machine learning or like language and
Oh, I'm looking at it right now.
And like tool set for doing AI and those types of things.
All right, we got your screen up.
I have a lot of weird tools. Like I have Octave on here as well.
What's that?
That's what I used to use. It's a open source version of MATLAB, and
Oh.
it has like the very similar programming language. It's called Octave, and it has really nice numerical computation methods and all that kind
Cool.
of stuff. So when I was doing my machine learning stuff, that's actually what I used to like do it. And then later on, they started transferring it over to Python, so you can automate it more. Like you can run it on a server, all that kind of stuff. But a lot of the math stuff I still do in Octave because it has really, really good matrix, like matrix tools where you can visualize them easily. You can transpose them. It's just like in Python, or not Python. What's the language? It's a library in Python that you can use for. Is it NP? NumPy? Is it NumPy?
Oh yeah, NumPy. Yeah.
That
I've
one
heard
where you
of
can
it.
do the
Anyways.
transfer. Yeah, I think it's that. It's like that, but in my opinion, better. But yeah, all right. Let's open the thing. I'll make it a little bit bigger just so we can all see.
So I have sorry, because I'm forgetting this, and maybe I don't know the answer. What's your kind of like go? I mean, I know it's all tool specific, but like, what's your go-to if you're building a new project? Do you decide what tool and framework you're using, or do you kind of have like a tool that you would choose if you're building a new project?
Not anymore. In the past, I always used .NET. So like that whole ecosystem, because it gave me the ability to use not only C# but F#,
Okay.
which is functional, which I think I don't know, to me that's easier. Yeah, and then later on, after I went to GitHub, I was forced to do the Node ecosystem. So like TypeScript, Electron, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
These days, it's whatever is the fastest. So I did something in Next, even though I don't like Next.js. I did something on that, and I think that's JavaScript. I'm looking for something else because I don't like JavaScript. I've never really liked it or enjoyed it, but I'm proficient with it, I guess. And I'm at a point now where I'm like, I want to go back to kind of like the whole Laravel model, right? Where I want a true framework.
Yes.
That's what .NET is. It's a true framework. I don't want to have to make a decision of which library I need to do X, Y, or Z. To me, that's just stupid.
You just want to do it.
Yeah, because I don't know. I guess my mindset is that I'm trying to build something that actual people use, and they don't care if But something else that I often find myself using more and more lately is Swift, or just because I can build something locally.
Yeah.
And I use a Mac, so it doesn't really need to be cross-platform. It just needs to work on my computer. Yeah, that's your non-answer. I don't really have a.
No, it's good. I'm discovering that I really enjoy the syntax of C-based languages. I think it's just because I started programming using curly brackets, and like I just don't want to go something that's not curly. Like I did a stream last Friday where I programmed in Perl.
Perl is cool.
And so there's a framework called, the reason I asked about Mojo is there's a framework called Mojolicious, which is let me pull it up. So I think this is a fantastic web dev framework. And you're like, would I really develop a web app in Perl? Probably not. But like, it was really easy to use. Like I found it super accessible, and they sell this as like making web development fun. And I was like, yeah, I get it. Like this was easy to do. It took a bit to get set up.
You do realize that this is the same case for PHP. There's almost no difference. PHP and Perl are kind of.
I know, which is why they go together.
Same shit.
But like I looked at like, because obviously they're both C-based languages, right? And then I was like, I've always avoided C or any of the C's or F's or single letters. And now I'm like, maybe I should be on.
Well, you already are. Like you're using the C-based language.
I guess so. I guess it's
that's
just
why you like it. It's familiar.
Yeah.
Like all of the for loops, the semicolons, all this, like that's all C. If it sounds like you're trying to do like web development, if that's the case, you should look into Elm.
So I feel like I played with Elm and I did not like it.
Why? I'm asking why, because I'm trying to get to, is it because it's unfamiliar and just you have to learn something, or is it because it doesn't do the things that you need?
No. So it does it all. It's not it. So my what is the thing that throws me? I struggle with, and I understand it's all about code readability, but any of these languages that focus on like specific indentation, like I've never been able to really do Python well because I find it hard to read, to find the start and end points of things.
I agree. I'm the same way.
So like I look at this and like this looks to me, this is like a healthy balance between visually being able to see the start and end of things and having that indentation. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. There's just something about, like, I look at that and then I look at this, and like this somehow feels more readable to me. And I don't know what it is, because there's still indentation and stuff there.
I know what it is. It's got it's got that weird dash.
The arrows?
Yeah, the arrows. Doesn't that come from in PHP like that?
PHP does it, Perl does it. I think C must do it as well if it's coming that way. But it's the I don't know. It's the visual of it. It really, really is. Like, that's the thing that I find the most.
It's super distracting for me. I'm looking at it, I'm just like, there's so many things that don't need to be here. That's just noise. For one, and I know you're gonna fight me on this one. The semicolons, why are they there? It's just like, or the more meaningful stuff, all of those dollar signs. It's a lot of dollar signs.
You're not wrong.
And yeah, what's the percent sign? There's a lot of symbols here.
I think maybe that's why I like it, though, is because I find the symbols, like I can associate what these things are. Like anytime that I see the dollar sign, I know that's a variable. Anytime I see this, anytime I see that, like I know.
I have the perfect language for you.
What is it?
J.
Is that actually a programming language?
Yeah, it's a programming language that my professor, he was one of the, I think he was a creator of it, or one of the creators. It is, it's a language. Just go to like yeah, sure. You can look at a sample program. Yeah, that's it. The V equal : $? 20 $100.
Ooh, this makes me, I don't even know, man.
And you see, that's the definition for quicksort down there. Parenthesis, dollar, quote. Add.
Oh my God. I don't know. I feel like I retract my previous statement. I retract what I just said.
It goes symbols all the way down.
Wow, this is chaos.
Yeah, well, I was forced to learn it, and I learned a lot about monads and dyads and functors and all of those things. It was very hard. It's, to this day, one of the hardest classes I've ever taken.
I believe it. I 100% believe it.
I didn't get it until 10 years later. Like,
yeah, see, I believe that. This is one of those languages
to be like, oh, this is why they were saying. I'm like, okay, I get it now. And now I can't not think that way. It's hard. It's hard. Like when I look at typical object-oriented design software, and they use like classes or inheritance, it's so hard for me to understand. Because I now think in composition and functions, where I'm like, if I really need something, why can't I compose 2 functions to do it? To me, that's a lot easier of a model.
Yeah.
The elements that way, by the way, which is it makes it easy once you get it. But I think that could be said about a lot of things, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting though, because you're right. It's just like, I liked Perl because it's familiar. I like C because it's familiar. That doesn't necessarily make it good. It just makes it familiar. So I need to explore. I like other things too. Like in the JavaScript world, like I like solid.js. I feel like that's a really solid language.
Well, that's not a language.
Or framework. Sorry, no, framework. It's a framework.
Julia is a cool language if you're into like scientific computing. Or I like Julia because it gives me a type system. Unlike Python, where I'm just like, I don't know what anything is without having docs open. So what's cool about this is I think this was one of the first languages that allowed you to assign a variable to anything. And what I mean by that, like you could use whatever Unicode character you want as a variable. So you could have fire emoji and that represents something. So it has the same kind of, syntax of, what do you call it? Tabs, but at least you can tell when something ends. It's like the Visual Basic style where it's like, begin, end kind of thing. You said PHP was the most hated language. I disagree. I think it might be Visual Basic. People love to hate on that language.
They do. I feel like the languages that I think I've said this before, the languages that people love to hate on are the ones that I find also are the best, because like people can kind of just like have fun and enjoy the thing that they enjoy without having to worry about the hype train. One of the things that I have found really challenging is this, we've talked about this before, like this update cycle with things has gotten insane. So like you can like be doing a project today on like React and tomorrow they'll release a new version that deprecates some feature that you have. So frameworks that I enjoy working in have started to do that. And like I'm 2 full versions behind in some of my applications that like I just don't have the time to catch up to the new versions. But now all the dependencies are also being upgraded to the new versions, and it's like I'm hamstrung.
So it's forcing, I have been screwed by that. Because normally I would, my take is just don't upgrade.
Yeah.
But if you need to upgrade to a new version of some package that you're using, then and if that forces you to upgrade, then honestly, I'm at a point now where I would say, you know what, maybe it's time to write it yourself. You should have control over your dependencies.
So what I've started to do is, like it actually forced me to go and dig into some of the packages that are there. And I'm like, I actually only need like these 2 functions. So am I able to just like abstract out the things that these people have done and put it in the context of my own application? So I have like 6 or 7 different packages that I've dropped as dependencies because I've just like taken the piece of it that is needed and left the rest of it behind. But the downside there is like you want to recognize all of the people that contributed source code to this, even though it's the ideas and not the actual source code. It's an interesting situation to be in. But anyways, by the way, hi Casual Economist, welcome back. Casual Economist was here for the last stream too.
Oh, what's up?
So super excited that they are back for another one. All right, I'm gonna throw your screen back up, Will. You're back up. Ooh, there we go. What's this?
Oh, this is a spinning cube, an Elm.
So
it's like all of the things that you need. It seems like it's a lot, but this is 3D stuff, and so
it's actually not that much for like a 3D.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, but a lot of it is abstracted, because that's the beauty about functional programming is that once you have a function defined, well, you don't need to do anything with it. If you want another function, you create another function, and then you can use that other function in your new function. So you just have these higher order functions eventually. Mm-hmm. And you even have functions that take in other functions that can apply a thing. And then map is one of them. I think that's the one that's a lot of people, they know that one now. Map or flat map is that one that y'all use in JavaScript these days?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Good question.
It's hard for me to keep up with all of the things. I'm doing a lot of different things. Oh, wait. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay. All right. So here is our thingamajig.
Yeah.
I have forgotten how you run this. How do you run this?
You need the other application too. So there's a second application called, it's called like, it's just like our sample. It's like our sample app where we were pulling this in. It should be called, Leaf
did I put that? Did I put that? Oh, I have it. Okay.
Yeah, you have it. It's in I am Will Shepherd.
Okay, give me a second. It's definitely not that one. Yeah. Oh, okay. I have it. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So then, do I need to have them both open?
Yeah, because you need to you have to run the extension in one.
Okay. All right. How do I run this extension? Is it just like leaf run?
Yeah.
Nah, that didn't work. Do I have to give it the file to run?
No, it should be just leaf run. No, it should just be leaf run, unless you don't have leaf installed.
No, I definitely have leaf installed. It's
Hold
saying
on.
not enough arguments. I'm missing the script name.
No, I don't think you should. Hold on. Leaf run. Maybe it's not run. Maybe it's start.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, that sounds more right. No, never mind. I lied. It sounded good though.
It did sound good. It was very convincing. Leaf CLI, Leaf version, Leaf. Yes. How do you start the freaking thing? Leaf UI, Leaf serve.
Yeah, that sounds more right. Yeah, I agree with that one. Okay. I wish there was a command where you can move a window to another virtual desktop in macOS. It's one of my all-time annoyances having to take my hand off of my keyboard where I'm comfortable, so I can like do this weird thing right here and then click and move. Okay, so we have it serving. I will open up a developer edition version of Firefox and let's look at it. One day it will open. There we go. So we're gonna go to localhost 5500. All right, cool. It seems to be doing something. We'll put that down or right there. And we don't really need to do anything in the extension thing, right? It's just to host.
Yeah. The one, yes, that's just to like hold the app.
Okay.
We're actually doing all the work in our OneSignal Leaf plugin one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then we have that here.
Yep.
So, yeah, I guess what shall we do? We have a thing where we're viewing apps, and I assume that this is being called to get all of these apps here.
Yeah, and I think that's using my key. So that's like 2 projects that I have set up in mine. So do we want to switch that over to one of yours?
No, it doesn't need to be.
Okay, well, let me go in and see if let's see if that updates. Let me log into OneSignal.
So I think what we can do for mine is get your subscription/users, and then maybe we can now have a thing where like you write a message or something and you can select the people visually that way.
Cool. I like that.
I mean, it's just something. I don't really have an idea for what we can really do other than just play around.
So I mean, I think is maybe the more okay, so I guess if we're thinking of this being a tool that we are like an extension to enable people to easily use OneSignal or DevCycle, do we really want to define how they're using it? Or do we basically want to just create a bunch of helper functions to allow them to do things that they might want to do more easily?
I can't say for sure. The only thing I can say is our WordPress plugin has some things where it basically allows you to actually hold on. Let me go.
Yeah, let's go look at it, because that gives me time to also update.
Because we have we updated it. That's this. I'm not sure if that update made it, so I don't know what it does right now. Why's that not working? Is it WP? No, it's just WordPress. pretty sure our WordPress doc. Oh my gosh, this search is not. It's really broken. I think our WordPress docs might be out of date. Okay, so it looks like it's not the latest version, but it's still, I guess it'll still give you a good idea of what it allows. So someone with a WordPress site, if they want to integrate with OneSignal, they can just install the WordPress plugin, which will give them all of the same tools that you get from our website SDK on the client. And this is where things get a little bit confusing, because WordPress is both sending code or sending content to the client, but it's also a server-side framework. Mm-hmm. So we can also do things from the server. Like, say, all right, well, we want to add tags to these people, or maybe we want to send a message to people who have bought this particular item, that kind of thing. So with Leaf, I actually don't know how it's meant to be used. Like, is it more like for like web applications, or is it the same type of stuff that WordPress is for?
Yeah, so I think I would say like WordPress already has like a built-in user system, which I'm guessing is what this integrates with, right?
Right, yeah.
So I feel like that's going to be the challenge of trying to integrate a lot of these things, is because we don't have the I don't think there's any built-in user management system, even through their extensions.
Okay, so Leaf, is it a CMS? I don't think it's a CMS. Okay,
no, it's like React, right? So you're getting just like the basic web structure. So,
okay. So with that being said, then I think what we should do is try to expose the OneSignal Java like web client.
Yes. So that you can use it throughout the.
Right.
You can use throughout the application. That's kind of what I'm thinking for DevCycle. Like, I want to basically give it some helper functions to allow for it to do specific things by feeding in some, but ours is a little bit of a different story, because you don't necessarily need user context and stuff like that for what we're doing. Whereas I think you do with OneSignal, right? You need some sort of user context.
Well, it will be helpful. You don't need it. Like, if you were doing more of a tool to interact with OneSignal via the server stuff, like the APIs, then that's different. But we want to interact with OneSignal from the client perspective, because this is more of like a web app. So
it is, but this is it's a server-side web app, right? So I mean, I use some SD. Like, I know in our PHP Laravel example applications, everything's happening on the server side. So like for you can use feature flags for middleware. So I put them in as middleware before, to help filter people out. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but yes, I think either way, it's likely that you're going to want to use it somewhere on the client side. That's probably very true.
Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, I guess this would be the task. We'll see how far we can get. We need to ship JavaScript code to the client. So either we can load it. Yeah. We can either send a page that has a script tag that can load it from our CDN, or we can send it directly. I don't know how it's meant to happen here. I would go with the CDN approach first. And if that doesn't work, then go with the more involved approach.
Okay, what if we just kept everything on the server side then, instead of worrying about client side stuff? What could we do with that?
So on the server side, we can effectively build an interface. We could just rebuild our dashboard. Because that's really what the server SDKs, aka our API.
Yeah.
It's giving you the same stuff that you can get on our dashboard. Kind of, there's some things that you can't, but you can integrate that within your own application. So
could we do I'm just trying to think, really, like, what would you
with OneSignal, it could be confusing because we operate is truly full stack.
Yeah.
Where we have the client story, which is both the websites, but also your mobile applications. So, we exist there on the client, but we also exist on your server, via our REST API and SDKs, but we also exist on our own platform, right? So sometimes it could get confusing with how it all works, because they all work together, and depending on your user persona is going to dictate which one of these pieces of our app, or I guess of our platform, you're going to interact with. So if you're a client, you're only interacting with, like our mobile SDKs or the web SDK, which you're not really interacting with it directly, but the developers are interacting with it to provide their experience to you. So what? Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so like I'm in the dashboard right now. So like, what are like regular? No, I could. Oh yeah, actually, I think I'm showing you right now.
No.
So like, what is something? If let's say I install OneSignal in my application, what are a couple of things that I might want to do? I might want to send an in-app message, like a toast notification that's going to pop up on all user screens, right?
Mm-hmm.
What else might I do if I have the SDK? Like, what else might I be able to do that
you may want to send emails? So if you're trying to send custom emails, transactional emails to people, you could use us for that. And a cool thing that you could do is build an email template and have basically like liquid syntax, where we'll do the replacements for you. You give us an object, and we'll parse that object and then replace whatever content in the email with that. So that's one thing that you may want to do, or I guess one use case. Maybe you want to do SMS, but that may be a little bit more involved, because you have to have a phone number first.
So the reason that I'm kind of dialing into the in-app stuff is like I can see a use case without ever having to worry about user information being sent into your application, where somebody building an app in Leaf might want to have a way for them to send a push notification to all users in app on the platform. So every user that is logged in at a certain time is going to see a message or some context information about the user that sent in. Like, that seems like something that doesn't require any user information. It doesn't really require any third-party services, because just like there's no user information that we're feeding into this SDK at the base level of Leaf. So I wonder if maybe that's a place to start, is like just
FYI, in-app messages appear only in apps like mobile.
So only in mobile apps? What about push notifications?
Push notifications can show up in mobile apps as well as web apps.
So we could do this.
Yeah.
We could do push notifications.
Yeah. You could do push notifications.
How does that feel? Like, does that feel like a thing that, because I look at this from the perspective of there's a lot of these features that would tie in really well if, say, somebody had installed the base level Leaf and then installed like an email module, and then we could tie the two together with OneSignal in the middle to control some things. But like that setup isn't necessarily there at the base level of Leaf, whereas I can see like people would want to send notifications to people. Like, that seems like
right. So we could do that. In order to do that, though, we first have to have the client. When I say the client, what I'm trying to get at is the user will have to first load that website, opt into push notifications, because you can't just receive it. And then on our side, we see a subscription. I think it's what you're going to see in yours. Can you verify? Click on audience. I don't know if it's subscription or user for you. All right, it's still subscription for you. So you'll see subscription, and then that's what we can send push messages to. So what I was saying is that if we do that on the Leaf side, we can basically just replicate the dashboard where you can send a push notification to a segment or to a group or to however many users you want. So it will be replicating, which is fine. So it goes to like, which one would you prefer to do?
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, I feel like I lost the plot there for a second. Are you saying just have a way for them to do it where they would interact with it from here and it would send to their application, or rebuild it within the Leaf application, like a dashboard?
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to get at. It's like, which one do you want to do? Do you want to rebuild our dashboard in Leaf, or do you want to deliver like more of a user experience to a particular user?
Yeah. So I think that what we want to do is be able to say, Yes, exactly. Yes. So user on device goes into the random Leaf site. They're going to be prompted by that pop-up. Their user information that's going to track to them is going to come into the OneSignal system, and then you'll send the messages directly from within OneSignal that would then prompt a notification window at some certain point in time in the application.
Yes.
So does that, but without actually
that's
building.
one thing that we can do. The other thing that we can do is we still have to have the whole client story where
we do. Yeah, absolutely.
But instead of going to OneSignal and sending the notification, you can build your own experience within Leaf to do that.
Oh, yeah, I see. So
that's why I was asking, like, is Leaf more of a web application thing that you're building for like actual customers to use, or is it just some website that anyone can use? That's probably not a good way of explaining it.
Yeah, I definitely got lost in that. I think that it makes more sense to send, because like I'm looking right here, right? And like if I wanted to send a push message, I can just go here, click push message, new push, and do most of this from here. And then it's literally just going to send this push message to the Leaf application. I feel like that makes way more sense as like a base level that we can probably accomplish.
Yes, except we can make it easier. So, I mean, obviously we won't build a preview, but if you go click on advanced and platform, maybe these are, no, you're there. They're very tiny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that thing. So if you go to advanced, there's a lot of things that you can control. Maybe you want to build something where we don't have to think about that all the time.
Okay.
You know, like maybe you're only sending a message and it's always going to have the same collapse ID or the same web push topic. And then you just want to have a button where it's like send this and then it just does the things. So it's automating the automation. Okay.
And like build that within the application. I dig that. I think that makes sense.
I mean, if we're going to use the backend server SDK, that's really like, that's what we'd have to do.
Okay.
But we still have to get user information from a site. So I guess what we could do is I have a dummy site which doesn't do anything. It's literally like a blank thing. It just loads the thing so that we can get permission, and then we'll have a user in your if you go to subscriptions, you'll have a subscription in here. So you see how there's only this one subscription?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you want to be able to have more than one, so we'd have to go and create it either manually or using our web SDK. I would recommend using the web SDK.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
All right. Well, let's
over to your screen again.
See if we can get started. So let's have a button. What does the submit button do, by the way? Do you remember?
Does it do anything? I'm not sure. Might not do anything.
Let's hope it doesn't.
No, I don't think it does anything.
Well, it's a form, and it's not. It definitely does something because it's a submit on the form, so it's submitting the form. Let's see if it. Yeah, it definitely does something. It submits.
Let me see. I have that open on my. Do I have it open here? Hold on. DevCycle. Oh, let's go look at this on GitHub. Leaf extensions. What is that submit doing? Index.php. Not there. Views and index.blade. Container. It's not there. Maybe I have no idea what it does.
Well, how does submit work in this? Because
there's
posting somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's I have no idea what's in index.php for you right now.
Just like app.
Yes, there's nothing
OSView
about
apps.
There's nowhere for it to be actually submitting to right now.
Yeah,
I don't think
I don't see anything.
I don't think we actually have it submitting anything.
Let's see. We can look at the network tab. All right, just getting to 200. So it's submitting somewhere. Yeah, it's doing a git submit. Okay. So it's doing the. Oh wait. All right. Yeah, I guess it's just doing a get to the index. It's not really doing anything. Okay, fine. Well, let's go ahead and add a button as well as a text box. I don't know how you do that, so we're gonna. Oh, it's just regular. Maybe it's just regular. Okay. So our submit button is probably. Well, no. Then I still have this question. How do we need to link this to an actual action on the server. How do I do that?
I mean, you can do it. You basically just like set it to with regular PHP or with like the Leaf way of doing it, because there's a form extension. I just don't know if we installed it or not. Go to the composer.json. Scroll down.
There's a Leafs form here.
Leafs form. So you got to go to the docs for Leafs form.
Oh gosh. Okay. Leafs form. PHP maybe.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, so you do a path. So you're gonna have to explain to me how this works. Do I just copy this inside of the Blade PHP thing?
No, not inside of the Blade. It's weird that he's not providing the actual like he's not actually providing the example of the form blade. Let me give it to you. So it's this banners, private chat. So it's like this. You do like method post and then action, and then you action connected to a route.
Okay. So form. All right. Oh, okay. So this is just standard web stuff at this point. So we'll say the post action.
And then I don't know if the route stuff is the same, but I would assume it is.
I have a way to test. We'll do /test. And I'm going to assume that I can create a test.php and that'll be routed to.
I have a feeling that you're going to have to do that within the index.php, which is I think where we defined routes, right? Yeah, so that's where we actually are defining the route is in here.
Where is that at?
So the app get, you'll need to create
I see. I see. Gotcha. Okay. So I'm curious, can I import from another, like if I do test.php, how do I import that here? So I'm gonna create a post or like a thing to do. So we'll say like the thing.
You do use at the top. So you can do stuff in there, and then those uses, like you're gonna do it there.
Okay. And that'll be just tests?
I think so.
What about? I don't have to tell it. How does it know it's a file? Is it not? Is it that? This
so
is
you're not.
question,
so you're not. No, fine. So you're not actually calling a file there. So like if you go into the DevCycle one, you're actually calling that DevCycle method. I'm pretty sure. Like inside use DevCycle.
Okay.
Oh, I guess you're not actually seeing it there. So
all right, I won't split it out for now. I'll just keep it here.
Just add it, but yes, once we get to the place to add it in, I should be able to do it.
How do I just print to the console? Is it echo or is it something?
To console, just echo.
Okay. guess I can't do that kind of. I know that. No, isn't that how you do strings in this language?
It should work. Is it throwing an error?
I don't know.
I think that should work. You don't need the blade stuff though. It's gonna throw an error there. The function use blade, yeah. You can get rid of. I think you can get rid of use as well. Yeah.
Okay. Do I have to restart the server when I do this, or is it?
I would, just to be safe. I'm not sure.
Wait, did I not do the thing? Test.
You did it.
Okay.
Post action test.
I didn't get a. It didn't show up as a post here.
Why did it not show up as a post though? Forms PHP action. We can potentially go even more vanilla. Why did you not do what you were supposed to do? Forms.
Confirm that this is indeed. Oh no, it worked. It did work.
Oh, it did. Oh, it's just actually, it's not returning in the console. It's just like echoing it out on the page. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it should still be returning it. But that's a post.
Yeah, it's fine. Technically, this is that's how it works. So a post it'll go to that other thing and send it with the data, and then on that page you can have the stuff do something. But a lot of pages, or I guess web apps, they do I don't want to call it a self post, but they post to the page that they're on. And JavaScript kind of takes over and makes it seem like there's no page reload or anything.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's where that Ajax crap comes in. Where it's I'm sure you use web apps and you're navigating the the application. Well, you're actually using JavaScript. That's why there's this whole concept of a router. You're doing that inside of your JavaScript context, not inside of the browser's navigation context.
Yeah.
That's anyway. The web is fun for some people.
The web is fun. But it worked, so that's good.
Okay. So with that working, now we can put some interesting things here. Now, if we're going to go the route of like this right here, I think that we do want to expose OneSignal to because this isn't the client. Last time I said this was the client. Now I understand that this is not the client. This is the server as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So will this work?
What's that?
Will this work then? Our idea?
Yeah, wait, I think so.
Okay.
What's our idea?
All right.
Continue
what you were doing. Okay. You're good.
All right, so we gotta like expose this client. I don't know how you do that. Is it
how to expose the client? So what is it right now? This OneSignal.
Yeah, it's just this OneSignal client. Should I do a function called get client, or can I do a property? Okay, so it's a function. Okay.
Yeah, I would do it as a function.
We'll call it get ls client. I forgot. Do you do returns in this language?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. It's
finished off.
Maybe
that's perfect.
All right, maybe that works. Okay. What is this guzzle client thing?
Oh, guzzles because you're doing an API call. That's just like a necessary piece to make an API call to OneSignal.
Okay.
But this should work. Like you should be able to call the OneSignal client now through this.
Okay. Now that I realized that, so if we call the OneSignal, we're going to have to do the guzzle thing over here.
Hold on. I'm not sure what did it look like? What's the whole? Can you like make the OneSignal Leaf plugin like show me the whole?
This one. Okay.
Yeah. Because I feel like the guzzle stuff, a lot of that was related to us actually wanting to view all of the apps, wasn't it? Okay, new default API, this OneSignal client. No, because you're constructing it that way. So it should have all of that. It should send all of that stuff. No, I think you'll be fine.
So we won't have to do this stuff again? Okay.
No, you should be good.
Okay. All right. Well then.
Yeah, try that. Try to just like echo out the get OS client result.
Wait, how do I do that?
No, it should just be like the I think it's this get client. Or oh yeah, no. So this is coming in through OneSignal. So it's whatever the name of OneSignal that you have. Did you yeah, how you did it up with the echo OneSignal ping. Do you see where I'm talking about? Line 19.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. So you're going to do like the
okay.
OneSignal, the 2 colons, and then get client.
I see. This is weird to me. Why is one 2 colons and the other one not 2 colons?
That is a good question.
All right, get client. Okay, so we've gotten the client. I guess I don't need to do the use thing anymore, I guess.
No, you don't need use.
Okay.
So save that and see what happens.
All right, so we'll oh well, this isn't a post, so I guess I'll go back.
And then submit.
Post. Again.
Call to undefined method, get client. Did you say you didn't need to save it over there?
Oh, I thought I did. My bad.
Okay, call to undefined method, get client. Oh, maybe we needed to make this a public method or something like that. What did we do?
This one's public, the view apps.
So view apps worked. Oh, do you see above where you got OS new OneSignal? Oh, it's because they're static functions. Yes, it's because the ping and pong are static functions. So you need to do OS get client. The line 20. Look at how you did line 20 with OS.
Oh, that's what I was going to do initially, and I was like, that didn't work.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that ping and pong were static functions for us.
I'm actually going to delete ping. We don't need it anymore. This was a holdover from when we were just trying to get things set up.
It was indeed.
And I guess I do need to have this use thing again.
No, you don't.
For OS, I do.
Oh, yes, you do. Yeah.
All right, let's try that again.
And then that one's going to give you view apps. So it's not going to be the right thing. So set it to get client. Okay. Wait, what? Get client, return this OneSignal client. OS, get client. Do you have get client defined anywhere? Function? Do you have to define it as public function? No, it doesn't look like you do. This OneSignal client. No, so that's fine. Get data empty, call to undefined method.
Here, let's do this first. Let me do a leaf, like I'll stop it and then try it again. Because maybe it needs to pull the latest package. Do I have to run compose again?
No, you should be good. Okay. So it's just the way that we're defining these methods. So that's how view app was defined. OneSignal get client. That should have worked. Return this OneSignal client. What does OS return? Was opening a new what if you just return OS? What if you just return OS instead of OS get client?
Is it because I'm echoing this? I can't echo this. It's not a string. How do I print to this
just print _r and then put it in round brackets.
Okay, and then
yeah, OS. $OS, yeah.
So I think that's probably what was the reason, is that
That's the client, right?
yeah, well, this is the OneSignal plugin. If we do this right here, get client, maybe it'll work this time. Nah.
No, try just get client without the round brackets at the end. I don't think that's what it is, but yeah, we need one, but not the other. I don't think this is what it is, but yeah, it's gonna throw an error. This OneSignal, return this OneSignal client.
How do we know that this is is the right version that's being loaded?
What do you mean?
Because this is like I made changes here, but is it just loading it from the file system?
It must be. No, because this compiles at runtime.
Okay.
Okay, go scroll up to the constructor. So in the constructor, we're setting our configuration information, and then we are setting this OneSignal client. And then OS is defined as that. So public OneSignal client. What if you just echo OneSignal client because it's a public function? I don't think it's going to work because it shouldn't work. No, never mind. That doesn't make sense.
Well, this thing right here is public, so
yeah, try it. Try OneSignal client.
Do I just type like how do I get to that?
Try OneSignal client. Yeah, just that spelling. See if that works, and then otherwise, yeah, try that. See what happens.
So that's how you access a property, is the same as a okay.
Okay, there we go. Okay. So yeah, we can get rid of that get client then. So that's unnecessary.
Still doesn't. I mean, it still doesn't answer why we can't call the function that we just defined.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me either, because we did call view apps. It must just be the way that we've defined it. Like, do something else in that one. Like, create a new function, or maybe it's because it's not public function.
But this is in public, and that works.
Yeah, but that's because we called that one on OS, but we called the other one on OS. So yeah, like set a function, and then yeah, perfect. And then just return ABC or something. And then you should be able to do OS ABC. Oh, struggling. Why is it struggling?
All right, let's stop and we'll refresh. Yeah, same thing.
Why is it giving us an undefined method there, but it was giving us a defined method in the other one? What view apps works? What if you do view apps right now?
Or should I don't know, I guess
I think that's right.
Okay. That works.
So why is view apps working, but this new function that we're creating, does it just not like the way that we're returning data in just the echo or the return?
Well, let's see. We can
maybe
do
you
the
can't
same
return
thing.
maybe you can't return a string.
All right, and then we'll just return that.
Yeah, and then it should just return an empty array.
Oh wait, my bad. I need to also call it ABC. Nah.
Okay.
So this goes like I don't think it's defined. That's what it's saying. Like I don't think that it knows that we just added a new thing here.
Oh my god. Yes, you're right. We do need to run composer update because it's not oh my god.
Okay. All right. I was wondering. I was like, all right.
I thought we didn't because I thought we were calling it locally and it was updating. But yeah, composer update.
Okay. Oh yeah, I also got to restart it, I guess. Uh-oh.
Oh, this Blade compiler stuff again?
Yeah. What if it's because I just updated all of these things for me? I didn't tell it to do it, but it updated all these things.
Yeah, there's some incompatibility. We had this before. I think there's like a rollback for composer rollback. Rollback one, assuming a regular composer installation to roll back to one version, composer self update, rollback composer update. Okay, there is a rollback composer PHP. Rollback composer update. RMRF vendor. No, we don't want to do that. Is there really not a way to roll that back?
Well, yeah, there is.
You can just delete the vendor file, I guess, but it's weird that they don't have a rollback command.
Well, it's good. Just go back. Go back. I'm gonna just reset.
Yeah.
I haven't actually done anything yet, so. Right. Oh, nah, it's broke. Even my reset didn't do anything. What the hell? Interesting. So even my reset didn't work. So I don't know what's going on anymore.
We've had this happen on a previous stream. I feel like we can get there with this, but this is clear the there's like a storage folder here. Maybe it's that. Also you got it. It's because did the rollback delete the vendor files? Because the vendor folder is not tracked.
No.
So delete the vendor folder and then composer install.
Okay. Okay, that fixed it.
Okay, sick. Yeah. So just do composer update and then just that single package, which is the OneSignal / OneSignal Leaf. No, it's the name of it. If you scroll down in your installing list, it'll show it to you.
Would that be in the composer JSON?
No, just like in your terminal, scroll down and it's like one of the last ones. It's like the OneSignal Leaf. Yeah.
Nothing to modify. All right, well, we'll see. And let's hide the terminal. That's. All right, so now we got to re-add the thing. So we'll do app. Oh, wait. Yeah, I blew away those changes. So we got
No, it's all right. It's our app post test.
So we're gonna do OS. ABC.
Yep.
And then we got to go into the Blade file and update that too.
Yep. And then it's just the form method. Yep.
Right.
And submit. It's going to say it's not found again.
Nah, it didn't. Nah, it just gives me this. It didn't.
Oh, we got to do post. Hold on.
Oh, is that not what I put?
Hold on. Method post / test ID submit. Okay, that's fine. That should work. Submit, yes. And then /test. Yeah, that should work.
Yeah, it's not going to. Wait a minute. Wait. Why do I have? Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, this isn't. It's not.
Yeah, this should work. Just refresh. Oh, there we go.
This is something else, bro. Like, oh my gosh, what the hell?
Okay, there we go. Get error. This is the API rate limit stuff.
Okay. Why? Wait, I don't understand why refreshing causes that. I thought we don't call. Oh, it's in the get. I see. I see what's happening here. We should probably put this behind the button. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just comment this out so we don't get anything. Okay, that's not how you comment out. What is it? Is this not a comment in PHP?
Should be.
Okay, all right. It doesn't give me any type of syntax highlighting, so I'm not sure what's what. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So now I can refresh all day without having to worry. And then we'll try.
Just just got to do a post to the test.
And then apps. Can I just give this an empty array?
Yeah.
There. Now we can have our submit button.
Sick.
Yeah, it's not posting to the right place. It's taking me the question mark.
Not posting. You've saved that. That's good. Maybe what did I liberal blade form method post action equals. That's the right method form method post action equals. Yeah, that's right. Test ID. Do you and you reinstalled composer install?
What if it's the slash? What if I just get rid of that? Maybe it could be doing it for me. No, it's not.
No, it's weird. What's it showing you in your console?
My console?
Yeah, like what's it saying in when you actually not in console, sorry, in the because you'll have like a network.
Oh, you're talking about the network. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's clear all this out. It's posting to here.
Oh, so it's posting to nothing. Why are you posting to nothing, Mr.? Remove the submit ID, maybe? I don't know.
Wait a minute. You see this? Something's weird here.
Oh, are you missing? Yeah. Oh, you're missing a after post. You're missing a.
Yeah, that'll do it. And this is the reason why we like languages to tell us these things.
Right?
Why did that compile?
Because that's what
that's it.
Okay, there we go.
That was it. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I remember why this is happening. That's why we should never wait so long between streams. Go back. You're actually pulling from the go to your composer.json file. And then I guarantee that you're looking for OneSignal Leaf from GitHub right now. You are. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what to update it to. That's exactly what's happening right now. Composer.json.
Oh, we need to do file.
Yeah, so you need to do file, open recent, Leaf extensions. So you're going to change it to repositories is going to be type path. Yeah, and then send it to the actual path, and you can keep that as URL. Yeah. And then what's in the auto load? Do you have an auto load section right now? Add one below minimum stability. It's going to be an auto load object.
So like auto
load? Yeah, auto load. Yeah, and then it's going to be, PS4. And then instead of app, it's going to be OneSignal.
Is it PSR-4 or is it
PSR? Yeah, PSR-4. Yeah, OneSignal. That's perfect. And then the rest of it's going to be the route to your source folder. So it's going to be what you had above with /source at the end. Because I think you have it in a source folder. I'm assuming we did.
Do I need to do a composer?
Now you need to delete the vendor folder again and install, and you should be good. Yeah, we're doing good. Hey, Casual Economist. Casual Economist is like, y'all are like going smooth this stream.
I wouldn't call this smooth, but
it's pretty smooth. All right. So now submit. Array to string conversion. Okay.
Which we don't really care. It's giving us the thing right here.
Yeah, it's working now. So this is good. I mean, so that means
return ABC now.
Yeah, that should do fine. Yeah. Yeah, we got it figured out.
Yeah. No,
hey, there we go. All right, so we were just reading from the wrong place. So this is good. But yeah, okay, so now do a return to set that ABC to get client and then do return this client. Or this, what is it? It's like, yeah, $sign at the start. $sign arrow. What this one's, oh yeah, OneSignal client. Yep. And then change ABC to get client or get signal or whatever.
All right, so get client. And then we get a object of class, but it's calling the right thing, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So what's nice here, though, is we can either call get client or we can just call OS, right? Like we can just echo OS. And that'll give us the client with all the information that's already been constructed. And I mean, if you want to turn this as like a prettified array, I think you can do, how do you prettify JSON array PHP, JSON decode before the OS.
Is it lowercase?
Yeah, lowercase JSON underscore decode, and then OS. Yeah.
Oh, it is a function.
Mm-hmm. It must be of type string. Oh, I see.
Oh, would it be encode then?
Yeah, encode, sorry. May still get the same error, but I'm not sure. Oh, no, there you go. Oh, what? What? That's odd.
Not really.
Maybe it's not. Is that what we want it to be?
I'm not sure. I just know that, hold on, wait. OS is a class.
Oh, yes, sorry. OneSignal client. Sorry, we've got a lot of things going on right now.
OneSignal client.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's going to give you.
You mean like once? I see what you mean. Do I have to do the $sign again?
No $sign. Oh, let's see if that works. Maybe I'm wrong.
We get nothing now.
It's weird that's giving a nothing array because technically it's still constructed and it's working. Like right now, it is actually like that OS is actually giving you the client. Anyways, just remove the OS and just do JSON encode OneSignal client with the $sign. Yeah, try that. I feel like that should return something, unless it's not actually JSON that it's returning.
Where would it get this OneSignal client from? I don't know.
Because it's a public variable. It's actually coming from your like class OneSignal and your extension, that public OneSignal client.
But that's inside of a class. How would you get access to like a
I'm
instance.
pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure if you remove it, because I don't know what's going on with the JSON encode, but if you remove it all, well, maybe I'm wrong. Undefined variable OneSignal client. It's weird because this was working before, but maybe that's because we were using the old version. Anyways, it's very strange, but it is working. The get client was working and doing what we wanted it to do. So that's, I guess, the important thing here.
Yeah, well, we got the things wired up.
We did. It's all working. We don't actually need that view apps thing anymore either, though, do we? I guess we will later.
Well, what I was ultimately probably going to do was whatever logic we do over here would be copied over here, because if like we wanted to ship this, we don't want to have people have to go and redo all of the things that we've just done.
Yep, 100%. Okay, so great. We have it working. So now what do we need to do? We have it viewing the apps, and then we want to be able for them to select audience, and we want them to be able to select the message. Are those the three things we want them to select?
For now, let's just do away with selection. We're going to hard code, or we'll just have to select for the apps, which already exist. Yeah. And then we need to have a text box where we can type in a message.
Great. So let's just do an input. Do an input, give it an ID. Yeah, just maybe below the select for now.
Okay, all right. I'm used to using a thing. I don't know what it's called, but like you can just type in a thing at input, and then you give it all your other modifiers, and you press tab, and it automatically does the HTML for you. For people like me who don't know anything, I'm just like, I don't really know HTML. So we have input type text, and then we're gonna have this going. This is gonna be
message.
A multi-line. Is that?
Yeah. It's not. What's it called? It's called text area. Instead of input, you can change it to text area, but not in type. It's actually going to be the whole box. So instead of input, you change input to text area. And then you're going to actually text area ends up being a full separate div. So you actually need to do a closing text area tag as well. Yep. But you actually have to close it with the text area. I don't think you can do self-closing, but you might be able to. I'm not sure.
That wasn't the self-closing anyway.
No, I know, but I'm not sure. You might be able to do it. I'm just not sure. Okay, so that should now be a... Yeah.
All right, I do want to test to see if we can do a self-close. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. What happened to our submit button?
It got eaten.
So it cannot.
Yeah, it does need to be. All right. So we would take whatever the value in here is, and I think that'll be inform data, I assume.
Yep.
And that would be what we could put in for the message for the text notification. The app part, that's done, and then we can just have an assumption that it's going to go to all people for now, and we can eventually add it. I think
that makes sense.
But even that said, this still doesn't actually work, or maybe it did. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Let's try it. We'll just do get client. What's that? Client and OS get. All right, okay. Shit.
And then are you wondering about how to get the information from the form? I'm looking at this.
I'm more interested in, well, I mean that too, but also how do I get access to IntelliSense? Because let's pretend that I don't know what our API is for PHP.
Oh, IntelliSense in Zed?
Yeah, well, I call it IntelliSense. That's technically a trademark by Microsoft or Microsoft.
Yeah, I have no idea how to get IntelliSense in here.
Yeah.
No clue.
Let's see. I'll use it over here, maybe. So we'll do this. And there should be a create notification. No, there isn't. All right, now I'm confused.
This is only
OneSignal client. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm back to being confused. Yeah, I don't get any type of help here. I don't know what it is. I think it's called create notification, but I don't know how
Hold on,
it's
let me see.
spelled.
Let me see what I can find. Create notification, PHP, OneSignal. Whoa, that was not spelled right. Create notification, OneSignal. Create notification. Where's my API? No, I want to do it from PHP SDK. PHP SDK. PHP client SDK. Send notification. Set app token. Create notification is like a whole model that you need to create. Create notification. So here's the function. Here, I'll send you the link to where I'm looking, unless you're in there already.
Is it the repo?
No, it's in the SDK. No, it's in the docs actually.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know if that's trusty. I haven't updated that. I haven't actually gotten to any of our PHP stuff, which is why I know nothing about.
It's like this one, the like documentation /doc/PHP client SDK. I'll share it in private chat too. There you go.
Oh man, it's raining hard outside now. I actually, I'll be right back. I gotta go.
Yeah, go.
Something.
Yeah, go do you. All right, all right, so Will is stepping away for a second. Let me zoom in here. So what we're gonna try and do here is, so we've got all this stuff installed. We've got our PHP SDK. We've got all this stuff done. And now we're going to try and create a notification and send a notification. So we're going to basically have to create this model. And then we're going to create a notification right here. And then the result is going to be the API instance, create notification, and then print result. Results. So this, canceling, retrieving notification, listing notifications, getting notification history, create a new player model. So yeah, this. Oh, we're on the wrong screen. I'm showing Will's screen. So this is what I'm talking about here. So this is this create notifications model. So basically we're going to do this. And then we're going to do, oh, Will's back. So it's that whole notification sections there, Will, that like notifications model.
Yeah, but I need to hit, this is what I was looking for. This is the name of the function.
Yeah, but you got to actually create it in your code, don't you?
Yeah, kind of. Well, I guess in PHP, I guess you do have to create it this way.
Yeah.
Normally, I create it in line, but I don't know PHP well enough to know how to do that. So is it that?
Yeah.
And to define a variable, is it just
dollar sign? Yeah, just dollar sign for variable. Yeah.
I don't know if this is gonna work.
Yeah, I thought you actually had to add that entire function. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're just doing it manually. Okay, that makes sense now. I understand what you're doing.
So the app ID should be this. Wait, hold on. Oh no, the app ID is going to come from. All right, so that's where I don't know how to, like, how do we
grab the form information that's going in there. So this is where I'm looking to see if this Leaf form stuff is actually allowing for you to do it. This creates a form and submits it. Form, submit, post, book create, title author. That's not what we want. Oh, this is like programmatically creating a form?
Put A in there. Like, what if I put A in that function? I wonder if I can just print out something and see if that is it R or is it R _R print R?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, let's try to print A. Like, it's just a made up variable, but at least with other languages, if a function is called and their arguments passed to it, if you don't have a name for it, you just don't have access to it. So I'm trying to see if maybe arguments are being passed, but because we don't have a variable name, they're just not being captured. Let's see.
Yeah, I think it's because you actually need the $sign before it.
All right, and then when we test, too few arguments passed. Okay, so no. So I have no idea. Like I would have expected.
You could do a = 7 or something like that, or a = hello world.
Where?
In there, just literally in the function.
Oh, okay.
Like do spaces between. I don't know if it'll actually make a difference, but.
Yeah, so this is, let me comment that out. Okay, that doesn't work. Oh my gosh. All right. I won't use that next time for this. I'll use a text editor.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, so it gives 7 here. So there's no context being passed to here, unless there's some way of like just getting that from global scope somehow. I don't know. How do you?
There is. So when you submit the form, it actually sends through. It's weird. This form thing that Michael's created, though, it seems like that's to programmatically create a form, but I don't know how you're actually getting the data. Read data from form. So to get the form data, you are going to I need to know. Okay, it's all based on it's either based on the name or the ID. It is, where are you hiding? Yeah, go. This is not ideal, but I'll say this. It's like post. Sorry, I just sent it in chat, in private chat. Comments, pull this down.
Wait a minute. I don't.
Here, it's okay.
I know that when we were talking, but I don't know where.
You know, where are we right now? So it's just like go back to your code, and I'll talk it out.
Okay. Here we are. Oh, so it is some magic. That's what I was saying. Yeah. Like, getting. I'm like, is it some global context thing? Yeah. That's weird. Okay, we'll go back.
And then what did you call? Yeah. So what did you call that text area? What was the name of it? Did you give it a name?
I didn't give it a name, but what I really want is this, but I have commented that out.
You did.
Put that back. And then the thing that I want is the
app
value.
Oh yeah. So just name that select ID something, like the select, name it something. Name, and then maybe like apps, and then call it, put it with an array symbol afterwards. It's like name, and then
associated array type thing.
No, like in the actual name on the select, go app ID. And then do square brackets right afterwards. And then same thing. Yeah, close it. I think that'll do it. Yeah, and then just call post app ID without it being in the associative array on line 23 in the code. So just call post app ID.
Wait, okay. What do you mean by post app ID?
Just remove the second iteration that you have of that app ID in the square brackets. Just get rid of that. This should work, I think. Try this now. Refresh. You commented something. You commented something.
Oh wait, no, it's not. I made it an empty array.
Yeah. So
it'll always be empty. Maybe the key is to just hard code that for now. There we are. So we'll take DevCycle.
Oh, I guess this isn't multi-select. Okay, that's fine. It wasn't multi-select. So yeah, it can just be app ID. I thought this was multi-select. So change the name in the form itself. Just remove the square brackets afterwards. Yeah. Sorry. I didn't realize there's a single selector. Now it should work.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we get the whatever that is. So we'll just assign that to a variable.
That form plugin is really deceiving.
Oh, the one for Leaf?
Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, I see. I see. So there, you're just doing form, validate, or message, add error. It's literally just for validation.
All right, so we got our app ID, and then the content is going to come from the text area.
Yep.
Which I guess we should call it message for now. There's a lot of having to type special characters in this language. I must say, like it's
there
very,
is. But it's not as bad as that other one you were showing me earlier. So I'm feeling better about myself now. Knowing that that exists in the world makes me feel better about myself.
Well, that language also quicksort can be implemented on one line.
Fair.
Throwing that out there. That was at least that's what he was trying to say. He's like, oh, I don't care how many lines it is. It's not understandable. Okay, so I guess we have some stuff.
Let's see. Because I'll have to view this on my end, right? Like I'll have to view this in the dashboard.
Well, no, you won't. There won't be anything that you can view.
There's no menu about notifications that are sent, even if they don't get sent to a user.
Oh yeah. There is. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do it. Let's try this.
We won't actually be sending it because I don't even think we're going to get past line 25. To be honest, I'll be surprised if we get to line 30. Let's see. Yeah. See.
Oh, it's just because you need to
array key message.
You just need to actually define. You need to like put something in there.
What do you mean?
You actually just need to put something into the message. Like go back.
It's not an empty string by default.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah.
What?
Like nothing is a value because it's a string. That's a what do you call it?
But I'm interested in why it's not even seeing undefined array key message. What? I'm sorry. Did we not save something somewhere? I'm pretty sure that I.
No, you're right.
Oh,
I did save something.
Well,
somewhere.
Then all right, try now. Okay.
All right, now we have notification not found. So this could be like OneSignal notification.
Yeah.
So this I actually don't know what it is.
PHP OneSignal. It is going to be use OneSignal / client. It's at the right up below the usage examples. Go up, scroll up. It's like all of those imports that are there under usage examples. Grab all those imports. Yeah.
I need all of this?
You don't need all of them, but it's just like if you want to do something otherwise. There is literally just the one that's for notification.
Yeah, I'm going to take that one. I don't understand why I have to do this. By the way, this is what we be doing over here, by the way. But like, I thought that by importing this OneSignal thing, that all of the things that's required of OneSignal will automatically come across as well.
Nope.
Oh, that's silly. Okay. Well, let's see what happens.
Oh, now. But you just called it O notification, so you just need to change that. You accidentally added a 0 in front of notification on line, scroll down, on line 26, new O notification. I'm pretty sure it should just be notification, right?
Yeah.
undefined variable content. Just change content to message. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
white screen is good screen. So we
Okay.
have the notification. Now we should be able to send it. So
Okay.
we create our client, and then our client will do the create notification, I think, with the notification. All right, let's see what happens with that now.
Client error post.
Excuse me.
What is the actual error though?
Wait, does it not say that here?
Oh, I mean, it's not.
None of these are it.
Oh, contents must be key value collections by language code.
How do you create is this an object in
Yeah,
in PHP? It is?
yeah, should be.
And I can do this?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, unexpected token. You might have actually needed that second. Oh, semicolon after message. Nah, maybe that seems unnecessary.
Line 28 is here.
Yeah, so it is. So I'm wrong.
It might be before that.
Set contents. Hold on. Let me just look at the docs again. OneSignal.
That's what it was before. It didn't fill before. This is a syntax issue now. So it's either before or after. I don't think this is right. I don't think I can create an object this way.
Okay, where are you hiding? Notification. Notifications, content, PHP create notification, APIs create notification.
I see. Okay, so you can't. I was right. You can't. That's not an object. And
oh, they're doing a string map. I see. Right.
Yeah. Or when I say object, that's what like a map.
Yeah.
In other languages, they're kind of all the same. So yeah,
So
we'll do it this way, I guess. So we'll call it content, even though I don't like that. Actually, I'm not gonna call it that. We'll call it map. And then we'll do m set. Yeah, I don't like this. Set en. So we're gonna have a set for each language. It's interesting. So what I had was invalid syntax. It's not even related to the API or the SDK at this point. All right. String map not found.
You got to import it at the top. So where you grabbed the notification, just like double, like not, copy line 9. Or yeah, just grab it from there.
Oh, this is okay. This isn't a native type. Okay. All right. I was thinking words. I'm like, why the hell do I have to import something that should be a part of the language? But I guess that's not. All right, so now you can go and look at your app. So you may want to share your screen.
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen. I got it up here. So we're going to go into OneSignal. Log in. Should already be there. Which one did we send it to? The first one? DevCycle 1. All right. Total subscription records.
It'll be under delivery.
Delivery.
The second from the bottom.
Wrong line. Delivery. Sent messages. Nothing.
All right, let me go and look.
Let me try my other one.
Logs. All right, I'm gonna send it again. See what happens.
So we're still getting no sent messages, which is odd because we know it's not throwing any errors. What do we get in the actual like network tab when we send that?
Well, we only get what
Oh,
our
that's
client
right.
sends to the server to Leaf. We don't see
Yes, that's
anything
fair.
else. However, with that being said, I might have a way.
All right.
No, actually,
You're like,
I may have a way to see that. Yeah. Maybe I'll have a way. Let's try.
is it maybe it's not message? No, push notifications. Is it showing up
Well,
anywhere?
I have a proxy that I can use, so we'll intercept and see with the existing terminal.
Journeys, segments, subscriptions. Session 6. Last session 10 months ago. Ooh.
Okay, here we are. Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah. Seeing your screen. Yeah.
I lost my place. All right, here we are. So if we submit, all right, we're getting all right, we're getting. Oh, okay. All included player synopsis. So it is getting there.
All right. Awesome. Okay.
But you don't see it. You should at least see a failed delivery. By the way, the app ID is 8E8B.
8E8B. Let me see. Because maybe I deleted that application. I'm not sure. Settings.
We're looking
keys
at my
and
screen right
IDs.
now. At least.
Yeah. 8E8B 2B30. Yeah. That's the right one.
Still no notification.
Let me see. Sent messages.
Oh, actually, you know what? It won't create it because it's saying, okay, all right, it's coming back with an error. So, can you share your screen so
yeah, I got it up here now. So I can go subscriptions.
Now go to segments.
Active, paused. Engage.
Yeah, so we're going to do total subscriptions. Yeah, I'm gonna change it to total subscriptions, and then maybe we'll see it. Give me a second.
I've also got a subscribed records pending. I don't know what that means.
We're gonna use
maybe nothing.
Well, is total what is again? I forgot.
Total subscriptions.
Subscriptions. Okay, we'll try this again. All right, there you go. Now we get an ID back. So now let's try that. Now.
Yeah, there we go. Got it.
Okay, so yeah, I guess because the segment wasn't defined, it's not a good error message, to be honest.
Okay, that's sick. Okay, so that's awesome. The fact that you now have the ability to send a push notification to anybody, but we haven't actually figured out the client side actually receiving of these, right? Because that's a separate thing that we need to set up.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be
client side.
That would be a separate application. Because this would be let's say you're the marketer or the product owner or the developer.
Okay, yeah.
And you want to send things to your audience. Your audience is not going to use your dashboard. They'll use some other site. That's what I'm saying. It's confusing, right? Because you got to think about the different roles as well as like their context.
100%. That actually makes a lot of sense. I guess I was thinking of this as like you're an administrative user for like a web app that you've built and you want to send a notification to all of your users that they get as like a pop-up application on their device. That was kind of what
that's kind of what we're building, but but
you need a separate thing to be able to do it. Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so with that, let's do some committing. We're over, by the way.
Oh, jeez. Everything's been over for me today. 6 hours of streaming is a solid amount of streaming.
Wait, what is this? Oh, okay, this is not the right thing. What is this project called? Leaf something?
OneSignal Leaf plugin. Or extension.
No, I think we did all this in the extension. Well, we did it in 2 places.
We did, yeah.
All right, so this is add feature, I won't call it feat, send notification. And go ahead and push that up. Then the other one that we have to do, where's here? This is in OneSignal developers. It's called OneSignal Leaf plugin. Ah, okay, I don't have that, no wonder. All right, so let's add that. All right, cool. We have the commits, we have them pushed. So long as we remember the names of the things,
now
we're good.
You know what I also need to do is I also need to make sure that I have pushed my last code from the last time that I did one of these streams file. I wonder if it's actually important, the stuff that I did though. That's the real question. Did I make meaningful changes to this extension? I mean,
if you don't feel like it, like if not, just don't worry about it.
I mean, whatever. I'll do it quickly now. Get rid of ping pong. It's like not meaningful, but also the DevCycle client. It's basically what you just did today. And I'm just going to push this. Add get DevCycle client. Then this way I can feel like I contributed code today. Get DevCycle client. Yes. Sync changes. I have no idea where I'm sending this to right now.
That's okay. That's okay. Like I don't either.
We sent it. We sent it to the internet. We sent it out to the web.
My take is so long as it's in GitHub desktop for me, like I don't really care where it is because I know that it's tracked.
It is tracked somewhere. Okay, Will. So we took like a 3-week break between this one. What do you think? 2 weeks, 1 week? What's your vibe right now? We
should do 2 weeks because next week is a holiday. It's
it is here too. Yeah. Yeah, it's Canada Day here too, actually on Monday. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do the 10th. And then I'm in Europe, and then I'm back, and then I'm in Wisconsin.
I want to go to Wisconsin. Actually, no, not Wisconsin. I want to go to Wyoming. Never mind. I want to go to Wyoming, not Wisconsin.
What is the thing about Wyoming which most attracts you to that country or to that state? Sorry.
It's got a small population. The geography is beautiful.
And I feel like I've heard great things about anybody who has ever gone through that area of the U.S. on a motorcycle. They have said it is like the best place to go on a bike. Depending on the time of year.
I would love to do that. I will never be able to take my Street Fighter out there unless I buy another truck, which I don't think is ever going to happen anytime soon.
Fair.
Because it would just get stolen again. But
yeah.
Here's the thing with the bike I have. I can barely get 100 miles of range.
Really?
Yeah. And this isn't with me driving dumb. This is like going 120, 130, just cruising.
Isn't it a Ducati?
Yeah.
And it doesn't get 100 miles per tank?
No, my last one got like close to 200, almost 200. And this one is, yeah. So literally every time I go for a ride, I have to get gas at least once. Oftentimes I get gas twice.
Good Lord. That seems like a lot.
It is. Yeah. Spending $24 on gas just to go out and do nothing. Literally just, I remember when gas was cheap.
Yeah, me too. Ain't that the truth? It hits $2 here on a regular basis now, $2 a liter, which is insane per gallon. Actually, what is that?
That's almost $6 a gallon.
$2 per liter to gallon. I wonder what that actually works out to. Simple online gasoline prices per liter. Oh my, come on, really? I want a conversion price per liter to price per gallon.
Just figure out how many liters are in gallons.
$2.
Like
it's $7.50 a gallon.
Okay. $7.50 yours. So that's
No, $2 for. Oh no, because this is US dollars. Oh, this is all so confusing. So
Well, you
What
just
is a
you just
dollar?
do how many
is
liters in a
Canadian?
gallon. I think they're about 3. So you just multiply by 3 to get it in gallons.
Okay, 146, so 150 US. So it's $6. You were on it. You had it.
Yeah, that's a bit.
It's a lot. Too much money.
Yeah, and that's for regular, right? I have to take premium. So I'm paying at least the gas here because I normally get gas in my area or out where I am. But here gas for me is about $4.60 a gallon, which is high for Texas. I remember when when gas went above $1.90, people were like, "What the hell?" This was when I was in high school. I remember when gas was under $1, $1 a gallon, and yeah, here we are today.
$1 a liter. I remember it too. I remember growing up, and people would go across because we live right on the bridge to the U.S. Right, and it's a pretty not depressed area of New York, but it's not a great part. If you're gonna live in New York, you really don't want to live.
Are you talking about Buffalo, New York? Or are you talking about
north of Buffalo,
okay.
Ogdensburg, north of Albany, it's rural. It's almost Canada.
Yeah.
But people would literally cross the bridge. They would cross into a different country to get gas because it was so cheap at that time. It was just insanely cheap.
Well, we've caught up.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we have.
By the way, we should chat offline about the other thing that we were talking about. The
other thing, things are coming, people. So things are coming. Prepare yourselves. There's going to be stuff. You'll hear about it on other channels, but don't worry. We'll be back here 2 weeks for more of this. I think we might actually almost be done this project. I feel like we need to eventually call it on this, but we've got OneSignal almost working all the way. DevCycle, there's a couple of things, but the client is set to work now. So I feel like we're getting there. Now we just need to actually officially submit these projects as extensions that will be supported by the community. So
we'll see.
Whole other conversation.
Yeah, that's always the tricky part. All right, well, I guess we'll go ahead and call it, and I guess we'll see the rest of you all in the future.
In 2 weeks. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the stream, be sure to subscribe to respective channels. Subscribe to Will. Find him. I am Will Shepherd. Subscribe to us on DevCycle and to OneSignal. Casual Economist. As always, thanks for being here for 6 freaking hours today. Slurpee, Goldfill, thanks everybody for being here. And we will see you around our online communities. Bye, everybody.
Don't go in there. They're having the let's try to figure out what customers want meeting again. It's gotten a little weird.
Signups are strong, but adoption of key features remains stagnant. What do you do?
We gotta merge that PR. Yeah, we have to. That's our only choice. Okay. We cast merge on the PR for the new dashboard. Oh no.
Your actions have caused the company to go viral for the wrong reason.
God. Oh.
Oh no, what do we do?
Roll for initiative.
I can't do that.
New features shouldn't be left to a roll of the dice. Use DevCycle to ship with low risk and instant rollbacks. Unrolls, re-rolls. How do we make this into a dice pun?